Hello, everyone. Let me tell you about my first day as a doctor. It was the day my dream finally came true. My name is Michael Cart. For many years, I dreamed of this day. I studied hard in medical school. I wanted to help people. I wanted to save lives. Every page of study brought me closer to this moment. That was my only dream. I walked into the emergency room of the big city hospital. My heart was beating fast. I was excited and very nervous. I put on my white coat. It felt heavy on my shoulders. That weight was not cloth, it was responsibility. It was a symbol of my new life, a life of service. I was ready. I was ready to make a difference. The first few hours were quiet. I treated a man with a broken arm. I helped a little girl with a high fever. It was normal work. Then the alarm sounded. It was a loud, urgent sound. The calm was gone in a single second. A nurse shouted, "We have a serious car accident coming in. Get ready." The ambulance arrived. The paramedics rushed in with a stretcher. On the stretcher was an old woman. She was badly hurt. Her face was pale. She was unconscious. My chest tightened with fear and urgency. My heart pounded in my chest. This was it. My first big emergency. My first chance to save a life. We took her to the trauma room. The room was full of nurses and other doctors. Everyone was moving fast. The head nurse started to cut off the woman's clothes to check for injuries. I looked at the woman's face. It was covered in blood, but there was something familiar about her. I could not place it. A nurse was checking her purse for identification. She found a driver's license. She read the name out loud. She said, "Her name is Helen Dave." The name froze me in place. My blood ran cold. The world around me went silent. Helen Turner. Mrs. Turner. It could not be. My first patient was dying. I did not know she was the reason I became a doctor. I looked closer at the old woman's hand. There was a small silver ring on her finger, a ring with a small blue stone. It was the same ring my elementary school teacher always wore. Memories rushed back like a sudden storm. The same teacher who changed my life forever. Memories flooded my mind. I was a small, quiet boy in her class. I was not a great student. I did not have many friends. But Mrs. Turner saw something in me. She saw a spark. She encouraged me. She gave me books about science and the human body. One day she asked me, "Michael, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "I don't know." She smiled her kind smile. She said, "I think you would be a wonderful doctor. You are smart, and you have a kind heart." Those words lit a fire that never went out. No one ever said that to me before. Her words planted a seed in my mind, a seed of a dream. Now, years later, that same woman was lying on the table in front of me. Life had brought us together in the most unexpected way. Her life was in my hands. I pushed the memories away. I had to be a doctor. I could not be the little boy from her class. I had to be professional. I had to save her. I started to work. I checked her breathing. I checked her heart. Her injuries were very bad. We did everything we could. We worked for an hour. The room was full of the sounds of machines and doctor's orders. I did not give up. Every second felt like a battle against time. I could not give up. I had to save her. She was the person who believed in me. She was the one who told me I could be a doctor. I could not let her die. Not on my first day. Not in my hands. I worked harder and faster, but it was not enough. Her heart stopped. We tried to bring her back. We used the defibrillator, the machine that sends an electric shock to the heart. We tried again and again, but there was nothing. Her body was too broken. She was gone. The silence after the last attempt was unbearable. The head doctor put his hand on my shoulder. He looked at me with sad eyes. He said, "Time of death, 2:15 p.m. You did everything you could, Michael. Sometimes it's just not enough. She believed in me my whole life, and in her last moment, I failed her." The other doctors and nurses left the room. I stood there alone with her. I looked at her peaceful, still face. I was not a doctor anymore. I was only a broken child mourning his teacher. I was just a heartbroken little boy. I failed. I was a failure. Tears streamed down my face. My first day as a doctor was the worst day of my life. I saved no one. I lost the one person who gave me my dream. The white coat felt so heavy now. It was a coat of failure, a coat of guilt. The next day, I did not want to go to the hospital. I felt like a fraud. How could I be a doctor? How could I save anyone? But I had to go. Duty pulled me back, even when my heart resisted. I had to face my failure. I was sitting in the hospital cafeteria. I was drinking a cup of coffee. I did not taste it. A young man walked up to my table. He looked sad. He said, "Are you Dr. Cart?" I nodded. I did not want to talk to anyone. He said, "My name is Andrew Turner. Helen Turner was my mother." My heart sank. I expected him to be angry. I expected him to shout at me, to blame me for his mother's death. But he was not angry. He was holding an old book in his hands. It was a science book, the same kind of book Mrs. Turner used to give me. He held it out to me. He said, "My mother wanted you to have this." My hands shook as I reached for it. "She kept it for you for years. She was so proud of you." I took the book. My hands were shaking. I did not understand. Andrew said, "She talked about you all the time. She called you her little doctor. She followed your career. She knew you were working at this hospital. She was so excited. She wanted to visit you one day to say hello." After he left, I sat there with the book in my hands. I opened it to the first page. There was a message. It was in her beautiful, familiar handwriting. It said, "For my dear Michael, my future doctor, I'm always so proud of you." The words felt like a hand reaching out from the past. I read the words again and again. A wave of emotion washed over me. It was not failure she saw in me. It was pride. She did not see me as the doctor who lost her. She saw me as the little boy who followed his dream. Her dream for me. In that moment, something inside me changed. My guilt started to fade. It was replaced by a new feeling. A feeling of purpose. I did not fail her. The best way to honor her was not to save her from death. The best way to honor her was to live the life she inspired me to live. Her legacy lived on through me. I stood up. I wiped my tears. I put on my white coat. It did not feel heavy anymore. It felt like a gift from her. I walked back to the emergency room. I was ready to work. I was ready to be the doctor she always knew I could be. A doctor with a kind heart. I would spend the rest of my life honoring her memory. I would make her proud. I hope this session was helpful. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting stories. Take care, everyone.